They didn't care about all of his misogynistic, xenophobic, racist stuff. They just didn't care. All they heard was jobs, 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 and he's going to try to get them jobs.
We're going to bring back jobs because we need jobs here.
We're going to bring jobs back from China
To Pennsylvania.
to Michigan.
And all across this land, we're going to bring our jobs back.
And he sold them that, and we weren't giving them sustenance.
To understand just how big a deal this is, let's go back a bit, back to the 1970s.
We've never forgotten that the Democratic Party is well named. It's the party of the people.
Jimmy Carter was for certain a man of the people, a peanut farmer from Plains, Georgia.
Their brand image is the party of the people, the party of working people specifically.
It started even earlier, actually, with Franklin Delano Roosevelt. It was mostly the white working class that put him in the Oval Office 4 times. The author and scholar Thomas Frank.
This is who they were as a party.
Note Frank's use of the word were. All that changed, he says, with a Democrat who actually had a unique appeal to the white working class.
Bill Clinton is the sort of emblematic figure in the transition of the Democratic Party from a party that cares about working class, middle class people to a party that is very much concerned with the innovation, economy, and Wall Street and all that.
Frank's right. The Democratic Party did change during Bill Clinton's presidency. Bill Clinton made the party a bigger tent. And into that big Democratic tent went the elites of America, its lawyers and doctors and stockbrokers. But let's remember, Clinton essentially tied his Republican opponents in the white working class demographic in both 1992 and 1996. So why did the white working class vote for Bill and not for Hillary?
What they've become over the last couple of decades is a party of the professional class, this highly educated, affluent, white-collar people, the sort of upper 10% of the income distribution.
David Brooks says Hillary Clinton fits into this category perfectly.
Went to a fancy school, went to an either fancy or law school, married a guy from a fancy law school, lives in the sorts of places where those people would gather, and they're the sort of zip codes with Restoration Hardware, an Anthropology clothing store.
If it sounds like he's simply describing rich people here, Brooks says there's a very important distinction between rich entrepreneurs, people who create companies and make things and employ people, and professionals.
People in the working class or people who voted for Trump don't mind billionaires. What they mind are bossy professionals, teachers, lawyers, journalists, who seem to want to tell them what to do or seem to want to tell them how to act. And if you had to pick the classic epitome of that person who most offends them, that would be Hillary Clinton.
You could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
And so she was exactly the wrong person.